This story is of such a beautiful girl whose phone gets lost by mistake. But it was not just losing the phone, it was like losing her entire private life. The phone gets caught by such a psycho boy who looks simple at first glance, but from inside he is dangerous and crazy. He reaches the girl's chats, photos, and naughty secrets. For him, this phone has now become a treasure from where he can see every heartbeat, every secret, and every desire of the girl. The movie opens by showing a beautiful girl named Lee Nami, who is a very happy girl and lives very well with everyone. Her father has a cafe where she often goes to help him. But there was always an emptiness in her life because her mother had passed away in her childhood. Lee Nami always wakes up in the morning with the alarm of her phone, and she is so attached to her phone that she cannot live without it even for a moment. But one night, due to lack of sleep, her phone gets lost in the metro, and then her phone is found by an unknown boy. The next morning, Lee Nami's best friend Jong Eunju comes to her house and wakes her up from her sleep. As soon as Lee Nami wakes up, she starts looking for her phone. And when she does not find her phone, she gets worried. She immediately calls her phone, and on the other hand, the same boy, whose name is Junyang, changes his voice from AI and replies that I found your phone in the metro. If you tell me the address, I will deliver it there. Lee Nami says, if you do not have any problem, can you bring this phone to my father's cafe? Junyang agrees, but as soon as he calls, he tries to unlock the phone. But when he is not able to unlock, he breaks the phone. On the other hand, the police of this city find a dead body of a girl in the middle of the jungle, which was quite rotten, and all the evidence was lost due to the rain, which was making it difficult to find the killer. But the case investigation officer Detective Woo Ji-man finds something around there, which makes him suspect that this murder must have been committed by his own son Junyang. Actually, Junyang is the same boy who got Lee Nami's phone. On the other hand, Lee Nami is helping her father in the cafe. That's when Junyang calls her again. And this time too, he changes his voice and says that your phone broke by mistake, but I have given it to the repair shop. I am giving the address, you can collect it from there. After a while, Lee Nami reaches the shop, where Junyang himself appears as an employee of this shop. He has a cap and mask on his face, which Lee Nami cannot recognize. He gets a form from Lee Nami, in which Lee Nami has to put her details and phone security code. And as soon as Junyang gets the code, he installs a spyware in the phone while repairing it, and returns Lee Nami's phone by making a clone of the phone. Lee Nami doesn't know anything. But now who is she talking to and who are her friends? Even her phone's camera was now in Junyang's control. Think, if a boy is able to track every moment of a girl like this, to what extent can he go? After this, the next evening, Junyang also reaches Lee Nami's cafe. But she cannot recognize him, because he was wearing a mask in the repair shop. Junyang asks for the same special drink, which Lee Nami's father used to make only for Lee Nami. Lee Nami brings him a drink, but by now Junyang had found out all his likes and dislikes. He speaks very nicely and says, I actually work in a software company. Lee Nami likes it very much because Junyang was behaving very well. But Sungwoo sees him talking to her and asks Lee Nami, do you know him? She says no, he has been coming to our cafe for a few days. Then at night, he sees Junyang, who sees every activity of Lee Nami, what she is looking at on the phone and who she is messaging. Here we find out that Junyang has already hunted many such girls. And now it's Lee Nami's turn. But why does such a cute-looking boy do all this? And what is the real truth? We will soon understand. The next morning, Lee Nami is late for work, where she is a very capable employee in an advertising company. Her boss trusts her completely. And she says, you will have to work on a big project now, which will give you a double salary. But don't tell this to anyone in the office, otherwise it will be a mess. Lee Nami is happy that it's okay. I won't tell anyone. On the other hand, Woo Ji-man tells his wife, I suspect that maybe our son Junyang killed that girl. That's why he's missing now. But his mother refuses. What are you saying? Our son can't do this. I know my son very well. He works in a mobile repair shop. Meanwhile, Woo Ji-man gets a message from his assistant Kim that we have traced Junyang's location. He immediately reaches there and goes inside through the back door and starts searching Junyang's house. There he finds a lot of evidence, including a photo of the girl whose body was found in the jungle. In addition, there are many girls' phones there. Meanwhile, Junyang is about to reach home, but he finds out from the outside that someone is at home. He peeks out of the window and sees his dad. And now that all the evidence has been collected, he can get caught. That's why he messages him from the outside and also sends a photo, which makes Woo Ji-man understand that Junyang is around here. He immediately comes out and starts looking for him. But in the meantime, Junyang deceives him and comes inside to erase all the evidence. After this, Junyang again goes to Lee Nami's dad's cafe and asks for a drink there. But Sungwoo refuses to make this drink for sale. Junyang says, I come here every day and I had this drink yesterday. Sungwoo knew that he was lying, but he still gave it to him. Meanwhile, he also talks to Lee Nami. Then on the way home, Lee Nami's dad tells him that the boy's behavior is not right, so stay away from him. He has come to our shop only twice, but he knows everything about us. Lee Nami says, "You are doubting for no reason. He is a very good boy." Meanwhile, Junyang is listening to him, and he understands that Sungwoo can be a threat to him. That's why he becomes Lee Nami that night and messages Sungwoo. And by sending a link, he also installs spyware in his phone. And now he can track the activities of Lee Nami and her father. Then after a while, he makes some excuses to Sungwoo and brings him out, and quietly goes and attacks from behind, and locks him up in the house and starts living in the same house. After this, he sends abuses and strange messages to everyone in the office in Lee Nami's name. He even leaks the double salary thing, which the boss had forbidden to tell anyone. On the other hand, the police find a mountain and 8 dead bodies, which had come out of the mud due to the rain. And now this case gets even more complicated. Meanwhile, when Lee Nami gets up the next morning and reads the messages on her phone, she is shocked that who sent such messages from her phone? She gets worried and immediately reaches the office. But now everything was ruined, and everyone was talking about getting her out. Lee Nami tries to explain to her boss that someone has misused my phone, but the boss pushes her out in anger and closes the door. Lee Nami is completely broken. How did all this happen? She is very sad and crying goes to her best friend and tells everything. Jong Eun-ju immediately takes her to the police station and files a report that we have to find the man who hacked Lee Nami's phone. But the officer replies that all this happened online, so it is impossible to catch such a suspect. Hearing this, both are very angry, but there is no use. After a while, Lee Nami gets a message from her father that I have some work today, so I won't be able to come to the cafe. Actually, this message was being sent by Junyang so that Lee Nami does not suspect that her father is missing. Meanwhile, Lee Nami and her best friend go to the cafe and talk about who can do all this. Only then Junyang reaches their scene, which Lee Nami thinks that maybe Junyang can help because he is a software engineer. That's why she tells Junyang everything and gives her phone to him. Junyang checks the phone and says that spyware has been installed in your phone. This is such a program that the person in front of you can control everything about your phone, like your location, calls and messages, everything. Then he calls Lee Nami out and says that this work must have been done by someone whom you trust completely, and with the password of your phone he knows everything about you. That's when Lee Nami sees that Jong Eun-ju is secretly making a video of them, and Lee Nami's suspicion goes to him. After which she goes inside where she tells about the dead bodies found from her friend's mountain. But Lee Nami asks that, "Did you do all this with me because you know everything about me?" Hearing this, Jong Eun-ju says, "How can you even think that I will do this to you?" And she gets angry that, "If you think I did this because I am your best friend, then put me in jail." Saying this, she leaves crying. While standing outside, Junyang sees all this and he wanted Lee Nami to be alone so that his work would be easy. At night, Lee Nami feels very guilty that maybe she shouldn't have doubted her best friend. Then she throws her phone on the ground, which breaks the phone. On the other hand, she is worried about the 8 dead bodies found from Wooji Man's mountain. He tells Kim that he found some evidence in Junyang's house and he is doing all this. If he doesn't stop him, then many people will die. Then while investigating, he reaches Junyang's mobile repairing shop where he used to install spyware in people's phones. There he finds the names and details of 8 customers whose bodies were found in the mountain. Woo Ji-man says that he saw the details of a girl in Junyang's house whose name was Lee Nami, but he erased the evidence. Kim says that this means his next victim is Lee Nami, but we can still save Lee Nami. Then suddenly Lee Nami goes there to repair her phone. And here Woo Ji-man tells her the truth that there was no one else for so many days. But I didn't have any doubt. He took away my job and also my best friend. Now I won't leave him. Then she makes a plan with Woo Ji-man that I will call him to a cafe and I will use this phone so that he doesn't have any doubt. And you guys catch him. Woo Ji-man likes the plan. After that she calls Junyang to a cafe and Woo Ji-man starts waiting outside with Kim. But Junyang knew that something was wrong because after Lee Nami's phone broke he was not getting any update. Now when he gets a message he becomes smart and puts a lens in his eyes and changes his get-up to meet her in a new way. After getting out of the car, Woo Ji-man and Kim stop him and take him to the gunpoint, but they don't recognize him. Now Junyang changes his voice and gets angry that if you are a policeman, will you harass such a civilian? I will complain about you. Hearing this they leave him and Junyang leaves easily. After this they start discussing why Junyang didn't come. Meanwhile a call comes from the police station that the real killer is Junyang and Junyang is Woo Ji-man's son, and that's why Woo Ji-man was removed from the case. But Woo Ji-man decides that Junyang is his son and he will arrest him. On the other hand, Lee Nami takes out the SIM and memory card and installs it in the new phone because now no more risk can be taken. After this, Wu Ji-man leaves him at his father's house so that he can be safe. And while leaving, he gives his card and says that if there is any problem, we will reach there soon. After this, Lee Nami reaches the house where her father is sleeping, so without waking him up, she goes to another room. Then Junyang's message comes on the phone that today there was some important work, so I couldn't come to the cafe. Lee Nami calls immediately, but then the phone rings from the upper floor. She is scared that Junyang is inside the house, and from here the story takes a dangerous turn. She runs to her father's room, but he was missing. In fear, she calls Wu Ji-man, but Junyang had hacked this phone, and now she was badly trapped. As soon as she comes to the hall, she sees Junyang standing in front and asks about her father. Junyang shows her the video in which her father was tied up and had a knife on his neck. Lee Nami says in fear that please don't do anything to my father, I will do whatever you say. Junyang says that first you message Wu Ji-man that everything is fine and there is nothing to worry about. Lee Nami does this out of helplessness, after which he takes her to the washroom where he tied her father up and kept him in the tub. Then by force he ties up Lee Nami too. Lee Nami is filled with fear and anger and says, why are you doing this, and what do you get out of this? He says that you won't understand this, I just enjoy seeing beautiful girls in pain. After this, he puts tape on Lee Nami's face and also puts her in the tub to die with her father. Then he smiles like a psycho killer and takes the last photo of Lee Nami as he does with all his prey. After this, when he comes to the hall, he sees Wu Ji-man's card on which it was written that if there is a problem, then just make a missed call or message. After seeing this, Junyang understands that he is trapped. Then he hears voices from outside where Wu Ji-man and Kim had entered the house. But Junyang is going to attack Kim very smartly that Wu Ji-man points a gun at him. In anger, he beats him a lot and asks, who are you and where is Junyang? Junyang says that I am your son, don't beat me. Meanwhile, Kim goes and saves Lee Nami and Sungwoo from the water. But Sungwoo's condition was very bad. Wu Ji-man doesn't believe him, so he starts checking his bag, and here comes the biggest twist of this story. He finds his real son Junyang's phone. This means that this killer killed the real Junyang a long time ago, and then got him operated and became Junyang himself. Actually, Junyang was a good boy who was returning to his mom and dad one day. But this fake Junyang killed him. Now Wu Ji-man is going to shoot him in anger, but the killer laughs and says, if you kill me, then who will talk to your wife as Junyang? Hearing this, Wu Ji-man becomes helpless. But then Lee Nami comes there and shoots him with a gun. After this, Lee Nami and her dad are taken to the hospital, and the killer's reality is revealed that he was an imposter in Junyang's face. And with this story ends here. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.